be liked. Okay, so the concert is over and I'm so sweaty I could die. But yeah, buddy, 楽しかったな. It was so much fun. I'm up here in the observation deck because there's like a million people in line for the taxi, so I'm like not gonna stand in line. I decided to come here and get a view. I don't think you guys can see it really so well because the lighting's not good, but I'll show you anyway. Look. Woo! I don't know. Well, you can kind of see it. And see the blue light? Wait, where can I see it? Where? I can't point to it. Okay, wait. This one. I think that one. That's my hotel. But I was gonna walk, but it's dark and I'm sweaty, and I think I'll just take a taxi. But yeah, so I'm gonna chill here while I wait for my taxi, or for the lines to go down, and tell you guys about this whole Japanese idol phenomenon thing. And sorry I keep looking at myself. It's because the lighting's not so good, and so I just want to make sure you guys can see. Not because I'm being all vain. Anyway, so yeah. The concert that I went to was this idol group called Kanjani, and they're basically a Japanese boy band, and they're part of this company called Johnny's, who basically churns out boy bands. Like there's, I don't know, like 10, 12 different groups or something. And it's interesting because in Japan, the artists, a lot of them are personality, and especially with these idols, there's this big idol industry here. And talento industry, they call it talents, idols. And yeah, and basically, you know, you see them everywhere. They do singing, acting, modeling, everything. So you see them everywhere, so you feel like you get to know them. And that's really so interesting about the industry in Japan, and that's why they get these like super crazy fans. And I used to be quite a big groupie, and I know for me personally, I don't know, I just admired them. Like I thought they were they were just themselves. And at the time, you know, like I mentioned in my video, if you watched my reason why I came to Japan video, I talked about how I really used to struggle with confidence and self-worth and all of that. So so I really admired these people because, you know, they seemed to just be themselves and didn't have to be super talented, didn't have to be the best singers or like these amazing actors. They were just being who they were, and people liked them for them. And people are getting really loud suddenly. Shut up, I'm talking here. And I actually wanted to be a Japanese idol at one point, for quite a few years actually. I like would audition, and I had like all these ideas about, you know, being like a foreign talent here and all this stuff. And that was my dream, right? My dream after I came and like I found this industry. I was like, whoa, I want to do that. But of course it didn't work out, and I would rarely get jobs. So I used to be like really disappointed about it, and you know, I would get really down on myself and think I wasn't good enough, and feeling like my dreams were never gonna come true, and I was so unfulfilled, and oh my life, you know, stuff that people go through. But then I started asking myself, like, why did I want this so bad, you know, and why was I so into this group and so enamored by that whole industry and all of that? And I know for me personally, yeah, probably because I've suffered with self-esteem and confidence issues and things like that. Like I always looked up to people who were so cool and confident, and the validation that you get when people think you're cool, when people like you, and when you're successful and famous or whatever. I mean, that's a lot of validation there, you know. That's like, hey, Nico Boost, hey, cool, yeah, I'm cool. You know, so I think for me, a lot of it was, even though I do love performing and stuff, I think a big part of that for me too was just the validation. I wanted to be loved, and I wanted to feel like, you know, like I was cool, like I was okay with me, and like if I could be these things, then I was cool, like, and I could be happy with who I was. And so obviously, you're never gonna get happiness or self-satisfaction from external things, so that was a pointless endeavor. So I think it's a real trap to try to find meaning in these external things and to idolize things, to make things be the be-all, end-all of your life. Like, I have to get this big house, or I have to make this much money, or I have to have the boyfriend or the husband, or I have to achieve this dream, or I have to have this career. And for me personally, you know, I gave up that dream because I realized that all the things that I admired, that I was focusing on, that I was idolizing in my life, you know, whether it was trying to be a talent or even this group, they were just things that were filling needs inside of me, you know, my need for validation, my need for connection even. What needs are you trying to fill in the things that you surround yourself with, or in the things that you pursue? And will those things really give you what you need? Will those things really fulfill you? I mean, that's ultimately the question, right? Because we're all trying to live a life where we're happy and where we know our place in the world. So that's just some food for thought for you guys today. And you guys can totally make fun of me for geeking out over a boy band. It's all good. It's all good. In fact, I'm going to have a fangirl moment and tell you that the singer that I like, he saw me when he was going by the cart, and he went like, so I said, Subaru, and he looked at me, eye contact, and he went, well, he was singing to the microphone, so he couldn't say anything, and he was like, so we had a moment, not a moment, but acknowledgement. I'm happy with that, I'm good with that, I'm good with that. So, I'm actually going to link some videos of theirs down here, in case any of you guys are curious and want to see some like silly Japanese poppy stuff. So yeah, check it out if you're interested, and I will see you guys later. Bye-bye. The line for the taxi is still super long, look.